Is River Modern a good buy or goodbye? River Modern will be launched soon, and there are 455 units TOP in 2030. The indicative starting price is from 2877 PSF. This means that the average PSF might be around 3001 to 3002 PSF. For this CCR development, similar to River Green, what we need to look at is the quantum instead of the PSF. If you have not watched my video on quantum versus PSF, check out here. I have also shared about these 4 launches at River Valley area last year, over here. I have also given review on River Green and Promenade Peak in my video here and here. The unit mix for River Modern is pretty healthy. It is different from River Green, Promenade Peak, as well as Zion Grand. Consists of 2 bedders to 4 bedders with majority for own stay. At the same time, the location is better than River Green as it has direct connection to the MRT and the shopping mall. Despite that the land price is about 100 PSF higher than Promenade Peak and River Green, indicative starting price is still pretty similar. So let's take a look at Irwell Hill Residences TOP in 2025. It will be 5 years older than River Modern. If you look at the unit mix, majority are meant for investment. Consider the 2 bedders and 3 bedders, and we will only look at minimum 2 bed, 2 bath. 2 bed, 1 bath is not meant for human stay. So for Irwell Hill, the minimum is 657 square feet for 2 bedder, and 861 square feet for 3 bedder is pretty small because one of the bedrooms can only fit in a single bed. You can see that the quantum is still relatively palatable with 2 bedder below 2 mil and 3 bedder below 2.8 mil. For the gross profit, after a period of holding for 4 years, they are not fantastic, but they are pretty decent. So the annualized rate is about an average of 3%-ish. This means that if you buy a property in this area, leasehold CCR, you need to hold longer, not just a short 4 to 5 years. This is the 2-bedroom floor plan for Irwell Hill Residences, 2 bed, 2 bath. This is pretty normal, pretty decent. So for comparison, the new launches in this area that are under harmonized ruling should be similar in terms of the floor plan. For Irwell Hill Residences 3-bedder, it has a disadvantage compared to the new launches. At 861 square feet, it still doesn't have a proper common bedroom. In other words, for 3-bedroom compact, Irwell Hill Residences will lose to its competitor. Because the next option will be 3-bedroom premium, and that is above 1,000 square foot, that will bring the quantum to a much higher level. Next, we will look at River Green, 524 units TOP in 2029. Again, for the unit mix, a lot of them are meant for investment. However, as the trend is moving towards smaller household, the larger 2-bedders are also meant for own stay. For 2-bedders and 3-bedders, the average PSF is about 3001 PSF. For 2 bed, 2 bath, it is 603 square feet. That makes the quantum palatable below 2 million. For 3-bedder with a home shelter, it is 872 square feet. That makes the quantum still palatable below 2.8 million. So you can see that in the current landscape, the quantum is more important than the PSF in this CCR area for leasehold properties. Next, we'll look at Promenade Peak, 596 units TOP in 2031. Now, while the average PSF is lower, the quantum is much higher. The 2-bedder is easily above 2 million and the 3-bedder is easily above 3 million. For the unit mix, similar to River Green, majority are meant for investment. Of course, the larger 2-bedder will be meant for own stay. Next, we have Zion Grand, 706 units TOP in 2032. For the unit mix, it is pretty decent like River Modern, with majority for own stay. The quantum is very competitive to River Green and River Modern. However, it is not in core central region CCR, it is in RCR District 3. River Modern is in a better location District 9 CCR core central region. It has a palatable quantum like River Green and Zion Grand, but it wins by location. This is one of the opportunities in 2026. If you have not watched my video on that, check out here. However, do know that this is not meant for short-term holding. You need to hold more than 5 years. At the same time, do not go beyond the palatable quantum in this area. On the launch day, you need to know what is the walkaway price so that you do not buy out of hype. Once it exceeds the walkaway price, you walk away. So for location, I will give River Modern 5 stars. For entry price in terms of PSF, 3 stars. For entry price in terms of quantum, 4 stars. For exit plan, 3 stars. If you have more questions, you can always ask a different kind of agent. I will see you in the next video.